It's Big McDadSkull here again today, back once again with another episode of Warhammer Thoughty K. Woo, he's back! Yay! So today's episode is it's all about New Year's hobby resolutions. Excuse me, I've just got a bit of hair in my mouth. So today's episode is all about New Year's hobby resolutions, and one in particular that I'm going to be making and trying to stick to. Now, New Year's resolutions in general. People make New Year's resolutions for all kinds of reasons, you know, to lose weight, to get healthier, to stop eating so much sugar. So it tends to be, you know, in order to deprive yourself of something. And it's probably something that you love as well. So in the past, for me, I've never bothered making New Year's resolutions because I don't see the point in denying yourself something. I'm very much of... I have that opinion in many things. Like when people ask what guilty pleasures do I have, it's like I don't really have any guilty pleasures. I just have pleasures. I'm not guilty about them. I just, you know, I take pleasure from whatever I take pleasure from. And it's very much the same when it comes to New Year's resolutions and me. I don't see the point in denying yourself something that you know you really want. However, it's gotten to the stage in my life where excuse me, sorry, I'm just getting over a cough and cold. It's gotten to the stage in my life where I need to stop buying so many little men and leaving them there on the shelf, unbuilt, unpainted, unboxed, even unboxed, amazing. So I'm at that stage now where I've got to stop buying miniatures. So you may be able to guess a way for me to do that, and that's to make a New Year's hobby resolution to stop buying miniatures. But Big McDadSkull, how will you do that? You'll never be able to do that. Now, with a New Year's resolution, one thing I've kind of always thought is make it achievable. And this isn't very achievable for me, but there are a couple of caveats. Caveats. That doesn't sound like a real word for some reason. So there are a couple of caveats. I'm going to stop buying all miniatures unless some new orcs are released. Now, I can't see many new orcs being released. If any, when the Orc Codex comes out, but maybe, you know, they might update the Gazkull sculpt to make him actually a decent size, which I think he's about the same size as, he's a bit bigger than a war boss now, and a similar size maybe to Gilliman. I'm not sure, but for me he should be a lot bigger than that. He should be. One of the things with orcs is the longer they fight for, the bigger they grow. The bigger the size they grow to. So someone like Gazkull, who is supposed to be fighting constantly non-stop, he should be massive. And he's the orc that rules over all other orcs, and in orc society might is right. So he should be bigger than all other orcs, but noticeably bigger. Like he's about this big, you put him next to an orc boy about that big, an orc knob about that big, a knob in mega armor, and a war boss, and he's about the same size as a war boss, and it doesn't fit there with the lore for me. I think they need to make Gazkull bigger. So yeah, basically, if they bring, excuse me again, if they bring out some new orcs, then I'm going to allow myself to buy them. But now, where is this going to be really tricky for me? You may have seen in the past couple of days that they've released some pictures of some Adeptus Custodes. Now I've just started building my Custodes. Let's see if I can grab one without dropping it. Whoa. Yeah, so I've started building my Custodes now finally. I've got the ones from 2 Burning of Prospero sets and the Talons of the Emperor set. So I've started building them. They're magnetised. Well, hey. But now they've released some Terminators, some plastic Terminators, or they've not released them yet, but they've released some pictures of them from the New Year's Open Day, which happened yesterday as I'm recording this. So they've released some plastic Terminators and jet bikes as well, which look awesome, the jet bikes. Let's just leave him there. So the jet bikes look awesome, and the plastic Terminators look awesome. A couple of new characters as well. I'm not too into the characters. The beards are a bit like chin strap beards, and you know, I just think they look a bit like fat Midwestern men, something like that. Yeah, the custos, there's a pull for me straight away. But surprisingly, I'm not immediately like, yes, I need to go out and buy them. I thought I would be like, yes, I definitely need them. But surprisingly, I've not been. So that's a positive sign, maybe. Another thing is that on the rumour engine, in the past couple of weeks, there was what looked like one of the veins off the back of the Wraith constructs with like a little nodule or spirit stone kind of thing. So it's like potentially it's a new Eldar kit, or whether it's terrain or a Wraith construct or whatever. It could be something new for Eldari, or it could be something new for Drukhari. Which if it's Drukhari, I'm not too troubled by that. If it's like a Wraith construct of some sort, I will want it. I know I'll want it. So, like I said, I'm allowing myself to buy orcs. Excuse me. And Christmas money wise, I was thinking I was going to keep my Christmas money and use that maybe to get something if there's anything like that comes out. But what I am going to try and do is just not get anything. You know, I kept thinking of reasons why I could get something. I'm going to try and not get anything. Another way though that I might get something is if I sell some armies that I've got and I've had for a while and I'm not using now. It was at the start of last year that I started thinking about getting rid of my Grey Knights. That I bought these Grey Knights on eBay, great deal. Not done anything with them since. The only thing out of there that I might keep, well, I got a Razorback in there which I can use for my Death Watch. There's a what are they called? The big Dead Space Marine in a big sarcophagus. Dreadnought. Yeah, I got a Dreadnought in there which I could use again with my Death Watch probably. I don't think it's got too much, or if any, Grey Knight terminology, iconography on there. And I got a Dread Knight as well, which I would like to convert into like an Orc Mecha Dread or something like that. So yeah, so Grey Knights, for example, I want to be selling them. I need to be selling them. If there's anybody out there that's looking for Grey Knight bits, let me know. Just to give you a rough idea of what I've got, it's mainly Terminators. It's mainly Grey Knight Terminators. If I get rid of some of them, I can then put the money to that to one side and then use it on purchases in the future. But the idea is more to get rid of stuff. I've already made a decent start on this. You may remember, I don't know if I posted it on here actually, but I got the first Strike box set, which is the 6 Primaris Marines, 3 Intercessors, 3 Reavers, and 3 Death Guard, and 6 Poxwalkers, and the little play mat you get, and the rules, the 12-page rule book, whatever it is. Is it 12 page or 8 page? I always get mixed up. That rule book. So I've already got rid of the Death Guard from that because my friend who I went down to see over the Christmas period, he's got some Nurgle stuff for Christmas. So I let him have the Death Guard out of that for a small fee. And also I won, I think it was from Devil's Paintbrush, I won a Milligan Plague Caster, the guy with the big bell. Dung, 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 dung. I won one of them and I threw that in there, and it was just for a small fee really. So I'm about getting rid of stuff at the minute. So if you know I've got something in my collection and you want it, I'd say steer clear of anything Eldar that I've got or anything Orc that I've got. But if you've seen something in my collection in the past, and you know and you want it, then don't be afraid to just drop me a message. Message me on my Facebook page if you want, Big Mac Dan Skull. Message me on Instagram again, Big Mac Dan Skull. If you think I've got something that you'll want, drop me a message. So yeah, that's about everything. I'm going to be not buying miniatures this year. This has just been a big ramble, as is always the case with Warhammer Thoughty K videos. But as everyone was setting these New Year's hobby resolutions, I kind of thought, you know, I've had this one on my mind for a little while, and maybe it's time to try it now. I don't think I'll get to the end of the year without buying any miniatures, but I thought I'd try it, see how far I can get. There was other things as well that I was considering trying. Like I saw on Warhammer TV the other day, they do these hangouts now with Peachy and Duncan, and there's a girl called Kerry, I think she's called, spelt a strange way though, and they have another guest on every week, and Kerry was saying she's going to try and finish painting 500 models by the end of the year. Now, I wouldn't be able to achieve that at all, but what I might do is when I start painting my models, actually mark off the ones that I'm ready to game with. So not quite finished for me, but gameable. They're in a gameable condition. That, you know, I wouldn't be too shy about taking them to a tournament, let's say, where they have certain rules on painting level and stuff like that. So yeah, I was thinking about just keeping track of how many models I sort of get painted to almost finished within the course of the year as well. Because I felt like I got barely anything painted last year. You know, I started certain things like the Imperial Fists, but I've not even finished them. So if I finished them, some Tower started over the Christmas period, which I got for Christmas 2 years ago, and if I finished the corn half of the Sigmar starter set, then that'd be a decent amount of miniatures, especially compared to last year that I will have got painted. So yeah, we'll leave it there now, guys. What's your New Year's hobby resolution? Pop it in the comments below. Have you ever considered just not buying any more models? Some people, of course, are restricted by money, and therefore can't buy any more models. You know, me, a single man with no kids, all I've got to do is pay the mortgage, pay the bills, and then the rest of that money's mine, so I can just, you know, spend what I want on miniatures pretty much within reason. But now, yeah, I'm going to try and stop myself doing it. Let me know your hobby resolutions in the comments below, like I said. And let me know if you buy miniatures far too many than far more than you should. And if you've ever thought about stopping buying miniatures. So we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you on the battlefield.